The Affairs Electoral Board has postponed until September elections in two of the country's federal states, Somali and Harare. The voting, which is due in 10 days' time, will also not take place in Tigray, where there is currently a conflict. The authorities said irregularities and problems with the printing of ballot papers were behind the delay. No date has been set for elections in Tigray region. The poll was initially to be held in August last year, but was postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It was then set for June 5th and then pushed again by just over 2 weeks. The initial postponement of the election last August was one of the triggers for the ongoing conflict in Tigray region. A 63-year-old Zimbabwean woman is suing the police boss and Home Affairs Minister for alleged assault against her by officers who were enforcing lockdown rules. Lydia Chapalapata, who lives in Unkulumane in Bulawayo, said police officers assaulted her with a stick as she was queuing to buy maize meal. She's seeking $3 million in compensation for injuries she sustained and treatment she received after the incident. Chapalapata has listed police Godwin Mantaga and the minister among the respondents. She also singled out an officer who she said told her she has no rights during the incident. None of the respondents have commented about the court case. Peru has finished counting the votes in a tight presidential runoff election, but an official announcement may take days. Leftist Pedro Castillo kept a lead of about 60,000 votes over conservative Keiko Fujimori, who has claimed fraud without providing detailed evidence. Fujimori wants hundreds of thousands of votes to be reviewed. Observers say Sunday polls was carried out cleanly. A political novice, Castillo has pledged to rewrite the constitution. The primary school teacher was little known before winning the first round of election and campaigned on a promise to help the poor by introducing higher taxes on powerful mining firms in this copper-producing nation. But there are fears his plans could destabilize the country's economy. Whoever wins will have a tough task ahead, bringing together a polarized nation of 32 million, which has seen its economy crumble as it was hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic. According to the electoral body, Castillo has 50.2% of the votes against 49.8% for Fujimori. The final votes came from rural areas where Castillo is popular and from embassies abroad, most of which went to his rival. Relatives of an 18-year-old woman are being investigated on suspicion of murder after she disappeared from the family home in northern Italy. Police say Salman Abbasi's family had wanted her to travel to Pakistan for an arranged marriage, which she refused last year. The missing woman's uncle and another cousin are missing. Her parents have reportedly traveled to Pakistan. Prosecutors suspect all five of murder and disposing of a body, although no remains have yet been found. Prosecutor Isabella Chese said authorities believed she had been tricked into returning home. She said there was no hope of a positive outcome to the case, which she described as premeditated murder. They have released CCTV footage from April 29th, the day before authorities believe she was murdered, which they say shows 3 of the suspects working with spades, a crowbar, and a blue bag. Hungary's ruling Nationalist Party has submitted legislation to ban content it sees as promoting homosexuality and gender change to minors. The draft law would ban lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender literature for under 18s, including educational material and advertisement deemed to be promoting gay rights. Budapest Pride, an alliance of Hungarian LGBT groups, urged activists to lobby U.S. President Joe Biden to raise the issue with Orban in Europe next week. The proposal is included in a government bill that punishes pedophilia acts. It says young stars under 18 cannot be shown pornographic content or any content that encourages gender change or homosexuality. The Fidzek government and Poland's ruling Nationalist Law and Justice government are both under formal European Union investigation for alleged breaches of EU rule of law standards. Neither country recognizes gay marriage and both have laws restricting gay adoption. Hungary's constitution states that marriage is for heterosexual couples. And the United States Embassy in Phnom Penh on Friday said its defense attaché has been refused all access to Cambodia's largest naval base during an invited visit just days after Washington expressed concern about China's military activities at the base. While on a trip to Cambodia on June 1st, U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman raised questions about China's military presence at the Ream Naval Base and asked for clarification about the demolition of U.S.-funded buildings there. Prime Minister Hun Sen agreed after meeting Sherman to let the U.S. Embassy conduct regular visits with Defense Attaché Colonel Marcus M. Ferrara invited to the base on Friday. The embassy said routine and frequent visits by U.S. and other foreign military attachés to the base would be an important step towards greater transparency and mutual trust. Lee Jun-seok, a 36-year-old South Korean startup founder who was elected leader of the Conservative Opposition Party on Friday and pledged to win over voters increasingly disillusioned with traditional rough-and-tumble politics and retake the presidency next year. Lee became the youngest leader of any major political party in democratic South Korea history, elected by party delegates and through public polls to head the People's Power Party. Lee promised an end to the divisive, acrimonious politics that South Koreans have known for decades. The People Power Party has yet to choose its presidential candidate. President Moon Jae-in's Democratic Party has 3 heavyweight candidates, including 2 former prime ministers and the governor of the most populous province in South Korea. And that's KFM's news around the world. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. Ethiopia postpones elections in 2 states. Zimbabwean sues police boss and minister over assault. Hungary to ban LGBT content aimed at children. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting our website at www.kufm.net or download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. We are also on YouTube at KFM Nigeria. KFM's News Around the World was produced by Faith Ukwausi. I am Omoyo Ogbede saying thanks for listening. Good afternoon.
92.7 KUFM.
We start your day from the break of dawn till midnight.
Like that wasn't clingy enough.
We went online and now you can listen to us via our website anywhere in the world.
Okay, stalker alert.
We told you to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like our page on Facebook, and even add us upon WhatsApp.
Okay, this is definitely creepy.
Really? Well, guess what? We are now in your devices. KU 92.7 Radio is now officially an app for your smartphones, gadgets, and many devices. Simply go to Google Play Store and search for KU 92.7 Radio and download the app in less than 3 minutes. KUFM. Turn on excitement.
All the programs on KU 92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements, sponsorship and advert placements. Call now for inquiries 070-380-50243 or 080-8877-3644 or visit KUFM Marketing Office located at the top floor of the Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, Benin City, Edo State. 92.7 KUFM is your business growth partner.
It's your Lego.